is right now the perfect time to buy Wolfspeed, or is the price going to continue declining down? That is the question I'm going to be answering in this video. We're going to start off by looking at the daily time frame to determine if this stock is a long-term buy and hold, and then we will be dropping down to a lower time frame to see if there are any trading opportunities available. So looking at the chart, we can see that the price has been declining over the past few years, which is not a good sign. And we can also see that the price is below this blue line, which is the 200-day moving average. In fact, it's using the 200-day moving average as a resistance level, which is also not a good sign, as it means the stock is in a downtrend. And when we're looking for a stock to buy and hold for the long term, we want the price to be on this side of the 200-day moving average, which would mean the price is in an uptrend. So for the long term, it's not looking great for Wolfspeed. For me to even consider this stock, I would need to see a pattern that looks something like this. The price would need to go above the 200-day moving average. So if I roughly extend this, we would need to see the price go above this line, and because stocks don't go up in a straight line, they typically go up like this. The next thing we would want to see from here is for the price to retrace down and some bullish movement, but the lowest point of this retracement should not go below this moving average. And once we start seeing some bullish movement around here after this retracement is complete, this is where I might be interested in buying this stock. So the price around here would be around $10, and you might say the price is currently $1.61. Why wouldn't you just buy it now? Why would you wait to pay almost 10 times more? And the reason is, once we see a pattern like this, the probability that the price will continue going up is significantly higher than the probability is here. When we see a stock price declining like this, what we generally tend to see is the price just continues going down most of the time, and we never see this pattern. So it's better to wait for a pattern like this rather than risk being stuck in a declining asset for a long time. So that is how the long-term view is looking, but it's not all bad news. Stocks like this tend to be more volatile, which gives us opportunities for quick trades, and we can use a lower time frame to see if there are any opportunities. So I'm just going to clear all the drawings here and drop down to a 15-minute time frame. We still have the blue line here, but this is tracking 215-minute candles rather than the daily candles. And we see a slightly better picture here. The price has gone above this blue line, and that is a good signal for the short term. And in fact, we are seeing something similar to what I drew before. So this is about half of what I drew before, and what I said was from here we would like to see some bullish movement, and after we see some bullish movement around here, we can potentially consider entering. This pattern is common in the stock market. For example, with Wolfspeed, we can see that something similar happened around here. The price was declining and below the blue line, but from around here, it pushed above the moving average, retraced down, but didn't come down below the blue line, and from there, we exploded up. And right now a similar pattern is unfolding, but the key thing to watch out for here is going to be to make sure that the price doesn't retrace below the blue line, and we only enter after seeing some strong bullish movement. In terms of where the price may retrace down to, we can use the Fibonacci for this. So drawing the Fibonacci retracement tool from this low here up to this high, we get something like this. The price tends to find support at one of these levels drawn on the Fibonacci retracement tool. Currently it looks like it's finding some support around here, But the most common area where we tend to see the strongest support is this dark green area. This is between $1.54 and $1.50. As long as the price doesn't go too far below this level and we see some strong upward movement after the retracement is complete, this could be a good opportunity to enter. One thing worth reiterating is that this is not going to be a long-term hold. We can see last time it happened, we did see the price increase by almost 100%, but it ended up coming down below the previous lows. And from what we saw in the higher time frame, that's likely what is going to be happening next. So locking in some profits as the price is going up is going to be very important here. You might also be wondering if there are better investment opportunities than Wolfspeed, and the answer is yes. I personally use an investment strategy that tracks trades made by US politicians. This is because investing alongside key US politicians is the most profitable strategy I have found in the stock market. Over the years, it has delivered returns that blow every other strategy completely out of the water. So I mostly only invest when key politicians are involved. If you are curious about how I do this and how you can too, I've put together a free video on my website that walks you through how I use this strategy to find the most profitable trades, and I also go through the returns of this strategy over the past 3 years. The link to this video is in the description below, so feel free to check it out if you're interested. I will be making update videos on Wolf, so consider subscribing to the channel if you want to stay up to date. Also, if you found this video helpful, consider dropping a like on the video as that helps out the channel a lot. It's also worth mentioning I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research and your own analysis before you make any investment decisions. That brings us to the end of the video. If you'd like to learn how to profit like a politician, then the link to this free video is in the description below. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.